Shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. It is that easy. Are you making the changes that you're making because you want to tell everybody about them? Or are you making the changes that you're making to become the person worthy of living the life that you desire? That's the one thing that I notice a lot of people get caught up on. And when I look at people, I don't look at them to judge them. I look at them to assess what they're doing from a non-judgmental stance in order to kind of see, well, what could we do to better your situation? Anybody that comes to me asking for help, I ask them a very simple question. Why do you feel as if you need to make a change to become different? And depending on their answer is a lot of times the advice that I will give them. Because a lot of people think that they want change because it's what they want. Let me ask you this. Is what you want really what you want? Or is it what you think you want because it's going to take you away from feeling how you currently feel? Granted, change is just evolution. It's making a decision to improve your quality of life most times. I've never met anyone that said, oh man, I'm going to make this change because I really want to make my life worse. You know what I'm saying? I've only met people that when they say that they want to change, it's because they're currently unhappy with where they are and they want to get somewhere new. If you want to get somewhere you've never been, you've got to become someone that you've never been. You've got to stop thinking backwards if you want to move forwards. So many people, they get so excited about change, especially around this time of the year. You know, we're still in the middle of January now. How many of you watching this video are still actively committing to some of the changes that you claimed and spoke on wanting to do at the beginning of the year? For most of you, I'm going to be altruistic. I'm going to think that you guys are still doing what you said you were going to do because that's the type of energy that I want to receive back into my life. For those of you that aren't, for those of you that kind of fell off a little bit, ask yourself why? Why did you allow yourself to just go back to the same old thing that you've always done? If you want something new, like I said, you've got to become someone different. You have to know exactly why you want to make changes in life. It's not difficult to make a change. It's difficult to overcome the mental hurdle behind that change because a lot of us don't think that we're worthy. To be completely honest, ask yourself, do you believe that you're worthy of making whatever it is that you want? A better career pathway, more money, which is what a lot of people always watch videos on YouTube for. I want to manifest more money. I want to manifest $1 million overnight. Like, my guy, it's not going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Is manifestation a powerful tool? It is like anything if you know how to use it. You know what I mean? But you can't use a hammer to open up a door by twisting the knob. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your hands. So it's about the right tools for the job and the task at hand. So maybe lately you've been really uppity on making changes, but you continue to give up on yourself because you're not getting the results that you had hoped for. And that's the thing. You got to take hope out of the spectrum now. We're in 2025. Change hope to know. Change hoping into knowing. A lot of people say, oh man, I hope that you're well. I hope this. I hope that. And I think it's just a set of conditions that we've been going through since we were young. You know, why would I ever have a conversation with you and say, oh, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're well. Just ask. You know what I'm saying? Why are you going to hope? It just goes to show that a lot of people live out of a conditional state of mind on a regular basis. And me putting this into picture now, into the frame, where you can be like, oh man, you know, I do say that all the time. Like, why wouldn't I just ask how someone is if I truly care about it? You know, there's a million different ways to initiate a conversation. So maybe this video will just bring a few things that's in the back of your mind to the forefront of your mind. And also make you feel a little bit better about making changes, baby. You know what I mean? Nobody should ever feel bad about making changes. You know, a lot of people, I don't know, they have this victim mindset, man. Like, if you want to be a hero, you can't think like a victim. You know, so many people, in the words of Bob Proctor, they make themselves an extra in their own movie of life. You know, like your life legitimately is a movie. However you want to see it or not, man, your life is a movie. You know, you're the author of your own book, so make sure you're writing a great story. Like, how many people actually do that shit that they say? You know what I'm saying? Very few, which is why you see a lot of more people with mental health issues now more than ever, because it's not that it's a certified issue, it's that you just keep giving up. Like, if you hate starting over, then stop giving up. You know what I mean? Of course it's going to be challenging. Of course doing something you've never done is going to be difficult, but how else do you expect to get out of where you are? First, you got to feel the change. You got to create the change within, and you got to be real clear as to why you want the change that you want, or why you claim you want what you want. And second, you got to be open and honest with yourself. The old you, or the person right now, not worthy of receiving it. But the person that you are going to become in the process of this, 100% worthy of receiving it. But like I said at the beginning, you got to stop looking at life through such a narrow lens. You got to take the blinders off. You're not running a horse race. You're not a horse. You know, even if you identify as one, you're a human being, man. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. Take the blinders off. Look around you. Look at what you have. Look at where you are. In the words of 50 Cent, he said, use your lack of resources as an advantage. If you don't have what you want, ask yourself, what have you been doing that warrants that change, that warrants that result? Anybody knows that if you go to the gym for the first week or two, you're not going to see any results. You're going to feel sore, you're going to feel beat up, but then again, you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment every day that you walk into the gym, and especially when you walk out of the gym. You don't have to talk about your change, man. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your results speak for themselves. Too many people are caught up in this instant gratification nation where all we ever want to do is be applauded for our efforts. And it's like, dog, I'm not going to keep applauding you because you woke up today. Like, yes, is that a blessing? For sure. But what are you going to do with your life? You know, a lot of people, man, a midlife crisis is nothing more than somebody waking up on a certain day when they're in their midlife and they understand, when they look around, they're like, what have I really done? What have I really done up until this point? How good do I really know myself? Like, have you ever pushed your boundaries? Like, legitimately, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So many people, they complain. But if you got the power to complain, you got the power to make a change, my friend. You just got to be willing to let who you want to become outweigh who you are. And that's it, you know. This is just some life advice because something called me to do it. And I feel like if this video can impact at least one person out there, I just want to say thank you for watching. I don't do it for the likes, I do it for the love, man. I appreciate you guys. So take what I shared with you today, allow it to marinate and simmer. Save this to your watch later playlist if you feel a little bit down. And just remember, man, it's okay. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. And it's okay to not have it all figured out, because even when you think you do, you don't. World has a wild way of catching us off guard and hitting us out of left field, man. But just keep rolling with the punches, be who you are, and just know that you're an absolutely beautiful and amazing person that deserves the change that you want. You just have to become the change within in order to see the change without. And like I said at the beginning, shut the up. Stop telling everybody about these major changes, man. Half of the people you're telling don't really care, and the other half are happy that it ain't them. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, stick close to yourself, keep believing, keep achieving, and keep going every day. Remember, progress is forward. That's it. Stop thinking backwards if you want to move forward in life. 1 inch of progress is better than 0 inches of progress, man. Celebrate the small wins until they lead to the big ones. You got what it takes. Let's go.